thing?
No.
Oh my God.
There is. That's pretty great. But
here it comes, the 15-Minute Morning Show podcast. Let's get going. Valentine's Day 2024. There's Scary, there's Gandhi, there's Danielle, Scotty B, and Nate, and Garrett is here, and special guests. Who's special guest?
Andrew and
Andrew and Deanna. Andrew and Deanna. Oh, Deanna, I love your heart.
Thank you.
And,
you have a heart on.
Andrew's wearing his Valentine's black.
Yes, like my soul today.
Hey, look at the beard that Andrew is sporting. He's very Wolverine looking.
Oh, thank you. I just haven't shaved in 4 days.
I love how he's got like certain places he doesn't grow hair.
Yeah, that's my alopecia.
Yeah.
Dermatology tested.
Wow.
Or approved.
We are not making fun of alopecia.
No,
just to stay for the record.
No.
Anyway, well, welcome to the day. Let's get going. So, first of all, if you're wondering why Andrew and Deanna are here, well, first of all, second of all, they're our family members. We love them. But first of all, they went to see some shows last night. Ooh. Deanna, what did you see last night?
I saw Hamilton, and it was amazing.
Hey!
Was that your first time?
Yeah, I was sobbing. The second I walked in, I started crying.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It is that kind of show that's been overly hyped, but it matches the hype, in my opinion, anyway.
For sure.
Once the show starts, you almost start getting it immediately. You're like, it's unlike anything you've ever seen. Talk about it.
It was like, obviously I've watched the Disney Plus special a bunch of times because I'm obsessed. So I knew all the music already, but seeing it in person is like a whole nother level. Like there was things that you miss on the TV special or the movie, whatever, that like we picked up on it in the audience. It was just so amazing. And there's nothing like live theater. I mean, honestly, like I don't even have words because I was blown away and speechless. I was crying. My boyfriend was crying. Oh, wow. Everyone was like having the best time. And I'm just like, I can't stop thinking about it. It was amazing. I got 4 hours of sleep and it was so worth it.
Hell yeah.
Good. I'm glad you loved it. And you know, of course, with a vengeance, Hamilton is on. New cast, everything. If you're in New York, you got to go see it. Or even if you're not in New York, come to New York and see it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Yes.
The guy who plays Hamilton is cute.
Yeah, he is.
And then there's that. There's a hottie factor. Was the rest of the audience in it as well? Did you feel it?
Oh, yeah. Well, so last night was Kids Night on Broadway, which was an amazing initiative that the Broadway League does to bring kids to the theater. And there was a ton of kids, but they were so well behaved. Like, obviously things could go a certain way, but they were so into it and so engaged. I mean, they were like a little older because it's more like mature. I would say like middle school and up. But everyone was so into it. And awesome. Like people were singing, but it wasn't annoying. You know how sometimes it could be annoying? Yeah. Like it was like a good audience, and it was so much fun. And then afterward, they did a sing-along, which was so much fun. And my boyfriend was like, we have to stay. So we stayed, and each part of the audience was in different parts of the song with the music director on stage. It was so fun.
Oh, that's so cool.
Oh, wait. So the actors would actually come out of character and just kind of hang out and have fun?
Yeah. It was so fun.
So fun.
I love when they do that. You know, in the old days of theater, they would never do that. You know, then I remember when Broadway Cares, Broadway Equity Fights AIDS began doing pass the pot for cash collection after the performances, and you would get to see these actors out of character right in front of you, and it was just really a special thing. I love that they did that. Well, congratulations. Yeah. What a great New York City night. Fun. Andrew, what did you see last night?
I saw The Lion King.
Yay!
Have you seen it before?
I have, but this time I took my goddaughter for the first time. It was her first Broadway play ever. She's 4, and it was like I started crying because I was watching her watch it, and like that opening number happens, and all the animals are walking up on stage. She literally put her hands on her face and just went, "Wow!" It was the most adorable thing I've ever seen in my life.
And you know, if you've never seen The Lion King, I think, and Danielle, I think you and I saw it for the first time when it first came out.
Yeah.
Maybe not together, but around the same time. It was the first time the enormity of the enormity of the production was surrounding you with all these animals and these puppets. And I kept thinking, and maybe you'll agree with this, Danielle and Andrew, it's like the imagination it takes to put that production together.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
So beyond anything we can understand.
Even watching like the puppeteers with certain things, after a while you don't realize that there's something controlling like these things, and you think it's the real animal. You think it really is, you know, Timon, right? Timon, and you're like, oh, and Pumbaa or whatever. It's crazy, but it's so beautifully done.
It was amazing, and the crowd was great. It was a bunch of like kids, so they were able to kind of be a little louder than I think normal, and it was kind of just expected that kids are going to be kids, and it was a lot of kids' first time there, so you didn't feel like if your kid was laughing along or scared of that one scene in The Lion King when Scar pushes him over.
What?
But
Oh my God!
Whoa, I didn't know that.
Spoiler alert! Yeah.
but it was
You ruined it.
It was a great
damn it.
welcoming enviirment, and yeah, the Kids Night Out thing is amazing. I will definitely be planning on taking
That's so
them
cool.
again next
What
year.
happened to Mufasa?
Oh, hold on! Don't answer that. So, what'd you do after the show?
Well, I mean, she's 4, so she had to go home.
No clubbing? No clubbing?
No clubbing.
I love that. You know what? A New York City night. I know Gandhi had an incredible New York City night. You went to see Hamilton as well.
Yeah.
But there are nights. This pain in the ass city is actually the best place on earth, right?
It was such a fun weekend. Yeah, I went to an art show, like a fancy art show, which was fun. And then I saw Hamilton. Then I went to that secret cannabis club. We went to celebrate Chinatown, or celebrate the Lunar New Year in Chinatown. And it was just like a super, super fun weekend. There's so much going on here, especially when it's nice.
Yes.
Oh yeah, the weather was
The
beautiful.
weather was perfect.
Yeah.
That helps. Tell you what, Chinatown, that's a very interesting thing to talk about. A lot of people who visit New York City, they go to, let's do Times Square, let's do Central Park, it's all the typical places, and that's fine. It's those neighborhoods like the Lower East Side, Chinatown, go to those, go up to Harlem, there's so much stuff going on that typical tourists just don't experience. But there's so much more out there other than the places where all the tourists are hanging, right?
Hell yeah. Oh my God.
Any
Especially
thoughts?
right now, Lunar New Year. I'm telling you guys, go to Chinatown. You're going to have a great time. Get a confetti popper. Woo! Game over.
I got to thank TikTok for this because they pretty much, all these videos, I've been collecting them, I've been saving them, where all these food bloggers and drink bloggers, where they take you into these places that are other than Times Square. And then I'm like, oh my God, next time I'm in that part of the city, I'm going to go here. I'm going to try and check out this place.
It's hidden gems.
They really are.
You know?
There's so much out there, really. And I think more people are starting to expand their horizons. Hope
They should.
Thanks to
I know
social media.
When my friends come to town or neighbor or relatives, they're like, oh, we got to go to Times Square. I'm like, okay. I get it. I get it. It's night. It's light. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the best advice, Elvis, that you ever gave me that I've used and applied is go get lost, especially downtown Manhattan, and go find those restaurants that you would never, don't Google, don't even look up what's the best restaurant in Little Italy. Just go find it and get lost.
Do it. That is great advice. And Chinatown is the best example of that because none of the streets are really parallel or perpendicular.
Yeah.
They cross each other. And there's so much history down there, but the food, everything.
I can't wait. I'm going to see Hamilton tomorrow.
Good. What are you going to do?
Is there anything that I should look for specifically that you guys notice that maybe I wouldn't notice normally?
Well, have you seen the Disney Plus thing?
No.
Oh my God.
There is. It's pretty great. But you've listened to the soundtrack.
Yes.
Okay. There's only I think one line of dialogue in
There are
the
a
entire
few.
thing.
Yeah.
But it's almost all singing.
Yeah.
It's and there's that one line of dialogue in particular where it explains something.
Okay.
Because when you listen to the soundtrack, you'd think, oh, God, this is happening. You kind of have your mind's eye of what's going on. But there's that one line of dialogue that explains what happened.
All right.
So.
I think you should
Very
pay
true.
attention to the orchestra pit.
Yes.
Because it was fascinating.
How they do
the way
it.
that it works.
Alexander
Yeah.
And the hot
Hamilton.
guy that plays.
Who plays Alexander?
Yes. Pay attention.
We don't have to
him as
tell you
well.
that. You'll just naturally
I'll
gravitate
notice
toward
that.
Yeah, so New York City, we do paint a picture of it being just a big pain in the ass, and it is. But when you live here, you're allowed to say that. I know I'll be there with my friend Dennis tonight. We're going to walk around and we're going to have a good New York City night. I'm looking forward to it.
Aw, that's good.
Nice.
Where are you going to be?
All right.
Asking for a friend.
Where are we going to be? Well, since we're not, Valentining, but we're out on Valentine's night, we have to find a place that's where you would never take your Valentine. Where would that be?
The morgue?
I mean, yes.
Yeah.
It'll be a hole in the wall,
You'll find
whatever
something.
place.
You'll find something.
Yeah, we'll be okay. Don't worry about us. Yeah. So, what else is going on for today? Anything good?
whole
Diamond
lot.
and I are going to that Bob Marley movie premiere tonight of One Love. That'll be fun.
Right. Supposed to be amazing.
Yeah, I really
I'm
want to
hearing
see.
good things.
That's it.
Yeah. All right. New York City. Love it. All right. Well, I think we've kind of covered some things.
Can I ask a question real quick? I'm
yes.
sorry.
Go ahead.
Well, I mean, you just said hole in the wall. I'm just wondering where that term came from. It's not like a glory hole, is it?
Oh my God!
I'm
Why
curious.
does it always go down this
No,
road?
I'm not being a jerk. I just okay. People say a hole in the wall. Like where'd it come from?
Let's Google.
Yeah.
Hole in the wall.
I'm serious.
That's your Valentine.
Why are you guys being dicks? I'm asking.
Okay, it says. Wait, hold on. Okay, a hole.
Elvis is holding.
It says a hole in the terminology of the 1800s was usually a park or valley. For example, Brown's Hole became known as Brown's Park. These parks were usually surrounded by a wall of mountains. Thus, the hole in the wall was a park surrounded by walls or mountains.
Wow, it really doesn't apply to how we use it today.
No, not at all.
No.
Sorry.
Hole in the
about
wall
that.
today is just like a non-glamorous, like
Yeah.
Right.
Does that mean
casual place.
More like a glory hole.
visiting
It's
visiting
like
Brown's
an
Hole?
obscure. It's like an obscure
You're
place.
visiting
right?
Brown's Hole?
Okay.
Okay, well, anyway, have a great day.
Peace out,
Happy
everybody.
Valentine's
So close,
Day.
we were so
Bye.
close. Bye.
This close.